Hey y'all, welcome to the filling station. So in this video, we are looking at InsideDay candles. And for those that may not know what that is, it just gives us if we should break this level, then this is our target to the upside. And if we break below this area, then this is our downside target. But let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth, and yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. So AMC is an InsideDay candle. Let me make sure I get, yes, AMC is an InsideDay candle. So if by chance we break above $4.92, we have a $4.96 target to the upside for AMC, and to the downside, if by chance we break under $4.79, we have a downside target of $4.72. And let's see how much AMC is moving. 15 cents per day. So if you trade AMC, just know that it is an InsideDay candle. AMD is an InsideDay candle. It is not. AMD is always on my list. AMD is something that I do daily analysis on. BA is an InsideDay candle. Now if it breaks above 174.45, then we have an upside target of 175.34. If by chance we break under this level of 170.162, we have a downside target here of 170.56. And BA normally moves, let's see, about $4.34 per day. That could be in either direction. So if you trade BA, I always say trade carefully. And the next one on the list is CVS. CVS is an InsideDay candle. If by chance we break above $57.43, we have an upside target of $57.49. Now, to the downside, if by chance we break under $56.83, just know the downside target is $56.49. And let's see, it normally moves $1.04 per day. So if you trade CVS, I say trade carefully. CVX is the next InsideDay candle. If by chance we break above 148.11, 148.25 is the target. If we break under 145.68, we have a downside target here of 145.33. And CVX normally moves about $2.18 per day. Again, that could be in either direction. So if you trade CVX, trade carefully. So the next one on the list is FTNT. I was given the price. Okay, FTNT. If by chance you trade FTNT, then if it breaks above 77.01, we have an upside target of 77.18. If by chance we break under 76.05, the downside target is $75.42, and it normally moves about $1.38 per day. So what's interesting about FTNT is that it has a big gap that needs to be filled to the downside. So it looks like we're trading in a gathering spot. So I'm going to set an alert here just to let me know if by chance we break under this level of 74.60, then we are possibly headed back to the downside. So I would say trade carefully. If you trade FTNT, it is an InsideDay candle. Let me go back that way. Yeah. So the next one on the list is Google, GOOG. If by chance we break above 165.30, we have an upside target of 167.67. If by chance we break under 163.44, downside target is 161.93. And GOOG normally moves about $3.33. That's in either direction. So if you trade GOOG, trade carefully. GOOGL is also an InsideDay candle. If by chance we break above 163.66, we have an upside target of 165.94. If we should break under this level of 161.64, then we have a downside target of 160.17. And GOOGL normally moves again $3.33 per day. So if you trade Google, I say trade carefully. IWM is an inside day candle. If by chance we break above 220.56, we have an upside target of 221.02. And if by chance we should break under this level of 217.35, downside target is 217.14 for IWM. And IWM normally moves $3.59 per day. That is the average true range. So if you trade IWM, trade carefully. KOLD is an inside day candle. If by chance we break above $78.58, upside target is $80.17. Now, if by chance we break under $75, just know $74.64 is our downside target, and KOLD normally moves about, let's see, $4.37 per day. Again, that could be in either direction, so trade carefully. Lucid is next on the list, and if by chance we break above $4.08, we have an upside target of $4.11. Now, Lucid, if we break under $3.95, just know our downside target is $3.93. Lucid also moves about 26 cents per day. That could be in either direction, so trade carefully. Just know that it is an inside day candle. MRO is an inside day candle. Marathon Oil, if by chance we break above 28.74, we have an upside target here of 29.05. If by chance we break under this level of 28.31, just know we have a downside target of 28.26. And Marathon Oil, or MRO, normally moves about 53 cents per day. Again, that could be in either direction, so trade carefully if this is something that you normally watch. I always say trade carefully. Microsoft is an inside day candle. If by chance we break above this level of 417.56, 422.04 is the target. If by chance we break under 411.91, we have a downside target of 410.59. And Microsoft normally moves $6.42 per day. Again, that could be in either direction. So if you trade Microsoft, trade carefully. NVIDIA is an inside day candle. So if by chance we break above this level of 121.75, we have an upside target of, upside target of 124.41. Now, if by chance we break under this level of 117.22, just know our downside target is 116.71 for NVIDIA. And as of now, NVIDIA is moving about $5.68 per day. So if you trade NVIDIA, I always say trade carefully. Now, looking at it on this daily chart, looks as if we're trying to bounce off of this 50 EMA, so that's something to be mindful of. I would definitely watch that 117.01 area for NVIDIA. So again, if you trade NVIDIA, it normally moves $5.68 per day. That could be in either direction, so I always say y'all trade carefully. Wait on confirmation, and once it goes against your why, get out, right? So PATH, P-A-T-H, I was going to say iPath, or PATH, P-A-T-H, is an inside day candle. If it breaks above 12.95, just know 13.07 is the target. If by chance we break under 12.70, then 12.70 would be the target. So that's interesting, right? So PATH normally moves 36 cents per day. If you trade PATH, I say trade carefully. Palantir is an inside day candle. If by chance we break above 31.51, we have an upside target of 31.84. If we break under the $30.61 level, just know that $30.48 is the target. And Palantir normally moves $1.06 per day, again in either direction. PayPal is an inside day candle. And if by chance we break above this level of 73.69, just know 73.95 is the target. Downside, if we should break 71.72, we have a downside target of 71.22. PayPal normally moves about $1.90 per day. So if you trade PayPal, I always say y'all trade carefully. QQQ is an inside day candle, and if by chance we should break above the level of 476.99, 477.99 is the target. If we break under this level of 470.50, the downside target is 469.31. QQQ normally moves about $7.81 per day. Y'all know I always say in either direction, so trade carefully if you trade QQQ. Roblox is an inside day candle. If by chance we break above 44.52, we have an upside target of 44.87. If we should break under this level here of 43.56, just know we have a downside target of 43.44 for RBLX. And it normally moves about $1.26 per day. That is the average true range of the stock. That could be in either direction, so trade carefully. SHOP, SHOP, is an inside day candle. If we should break 74.32 or 74.33, the target to the upside is 74.36. If by chance we break under 73.15, we have a downside target of 72.85. And SHOP normally moves $1.88 per day. Again, that could be in either direction, so I always say trade carefully. SNAP is an inside day candle, SNAP. If by chance we break above $9.42, we have $9.44 as the target to the upside. Now to the downside, if we should break under this level of $9.18, we have a downside target of $9.16. And SNAP normally moves about 31 cents per day, so that's something that you trade. I always say trade carefully. SOFI, SOFI, is an inside day candle. If we should break above this level here of 824, just know that we have 831 as the target. If we should break under $7.81, we have $7.63 as the target to the downside. And SOFI or SOFI normally moves about 34 cents per day, again in either direction. So if you trade SOFI, trade carefully. SQQQ is an inside day candle above $8.51, gives us an upside target of $8.56. If we should break under the level of $8.16, just know $8.08 is the target to the downside for SQQQ, and it normally moves about 42 cents on average per day. Again, y'all, that could be in either direction. So those are our inside day candles for 9/3, and that's going to be interesting because the market is closed because of the holiday, which is great, right? So it helps us to go over our watch list and build our watch list and be prepared for the next trading session. So y'all, I'm super excited. I hope these videos are very helpful. And if you could please like, share, comment, and subscribe, because we learn and we grow together. Again, wishing you all a very profitable and a very productive trading session. Until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.